So I was feeling very sentimental and filled with love after the holidays, and so I sent my mom a note last night that I'm just going to reread, um, potentially. I said, more and more I am understanding that the meaning of life is to have a rich human experience, to be a compassionate person, and to shape the world around you, whether your room, home, block, or city, to be in alignment with love. You do that. You are the change I want to see in the world. Thank you for being such a wonderful role model. I am so blessed to have you as my mom. And I just want to touch on the two elements of that. One is having a rich human experience. And I'm more and more learning to appreciate the things in life that are not glorious. Maybe they are subtle, maybe they are mundane, maybe they're actually sometimes emotionally painful. But when I can frame it in the context of a rich human experience, it can be magical. Imagine if you were the divine, you were non-dual. There's no black and white to you, no good and evil. You all. From that perspective, you would not experience drama with the same intensity as a human being would. So as the divine, giving yourself this human experience, this is the gift you asked for. This drama, this richness of sensation, of feeling, of emotion, of triumph, of sorrow. And so embracing the epic myth of our lives as opposed to just the flat line of any sort of emotion is what it's all about. And then from that, within that drama of humanity that we are privy and lucky to experience, aligning yourself more and more with what you understand to be truth, which is love to me, which is compassion, which is connection, which is oneness. And so you take that alignment in your own actions and start to apply it to your living space, to your relationships, to your workplace, to your neighborhood, to every encounter. And then every task of your day becomes an opportunity to walk your walk, to be the change. That is a way to not get bogged down in the cycles and drama of the world, because we live in a dualistic world. There is going to be black and white, pain and suffering, but we can appreciate that while working on our personal world without attachment to how that ripples out. The crafting of our world, I believe, to be one of direction, not intensity or magnitude. What we need to focus on is being in alignment. We have no way to judge if our being in integrity needs to be done, in a stadium full of people, or if it needs to be done in the quietness of our own room. That is for God to determine. We just need to be in integrity, and then I believe that we will be drawn and our impact will be reflected as is fit. And that way we don't get too, it allows us to have human frailty, to have error. For all we know, what we think to be our integrity, our truth, what the world needs, it may not be what it needs. And if we can simply focus on being true, if it doesn't resonate, if it doesn't catch on, that can still be part of the divine plan. We need to focus on our truth, just like every cell in the body focuses on its job. It may have a grand, you might be a brain cell that impacts everything in the body, or you might be a toenail cell. But if you become a cell that then thinks it knows what everything needs to do, you are a cancer cell. So we embrace the human drama, appreciate the highs and lows, and become very personal in our crafting and shifting and shaping our world towards alignment. with divine love. Simple. And yet, it takes a lifetime just to scratch the surface. That's why it's so awesome and fun. That's why and because it is a finite experiment, a finite journey, it makes every precious moment of the now just such a gift. So I thank you for sharing this now. Thank you.